Hi y'all, Matt here with Grafted Homestead. So I just wanted to talk about something kind of quick today. Now that the temperatures here in New Mexico are hovering around freezing but not super cold, I'm going to be filling up my 55-gallon water drum. And so today I just wanted to do a quick little talk on water. Hopefully we don't ever have a need to have emergency water, but if power goes out, grid goes down, or like the storms in Texas, or just natural things that happen. If the power goes down at the power station, you don't have water rolling in your house. So there's a couple things we do. We have a bunch of bottled water on hand, quite a bit of that. We have water purification tablets. I have some Berkey filters and a homemade Berkey that I'll do a video on. And something I didn't point out that I actually just recorded but did not have on record is my pool. I decided to leave it up this year. I don't normally do that. Why did I do that? Because this pool is 6,000 gallons of water that I could filter if needed. And then today what I'm doing, and I just wanted to show kind of quickly, is I'm going to be filling up our 55-gallon drum. First of all, I had picked up a RV drinking water hose. That's just because I want to make sure the plastics and things that I use for drinking water is only used for that, and I guess acceptable for that. I put bags on the ends just to make sure nothing gets in the hose. The other thing I have here is this water preserver concentrate. Now this small bottle will do 55 gallons. And what you want to do is add it to the water, seal the drum or container. You can do just drops for smaller containers. And then keep it closed. And if you don't open it, it's fine. This is supposed to keep it for I believe it was for 5 years. Keep it good. Unless you open it, then you need to redo this. And so what I have here, and you'll have to excuse the extremely messy shed, but I have gotten a pallet that I cut down to size and got a 55-gallon water drum. You do want to make sure you use ones that are graded for water and food and preferably haven't been used before. If they have, just make sure you know what's been in them. You don't want to use one that's had oil or things like that in it. So there's a couple things that I still need to purchase. One is the bung wrench to open this. Now these aren't on real tight, so I'm going to do it myself, and then I'll have that come in. Also, it would be the pump, the hand pump that would put in here so you could pump the water out as needed. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to get that cap off, and I'm going to fill this up with water and put the preserver in it, and so we'll do that now. Put that in there far enough that it's not going to come out. We'll turn that on. Okay. Yeah, we need to do some yard cleanup. Alright, I'll get that going. Nope. My battery is getting low, so we're not going to be able to see this whole thing, but I will fill this all the way up. I'm going to charge my phone a bit so we can put the drops in and seal it off. Alright, so we got our drum filled. That filled in no time. 55 gallons seems like a lot, but that will go a lot faster than you think if you're using, especially if you're using it for cooking, cleaning, all the other uses. So let's see here. Alright, so you can kind of see we got that all full. I'm going to drain and dry and store this hose, so it's only used for this purpose. We'll put our drops in. Right, and so really why this is important is you can only go 3 days without water. So make sure you have some food set back just in case. Make sure you have some medical supplies, seeds. That's important for sustainability, as well as freedom. I don't want this hose to spill out. As well as freedom seeds. Those are extremely important for sustainability as well. So those things are important, but you need to make sure you have water first, pretty much. So we have water bladders in our bug out bags. We have our first line, which is just a ton of water bottles. Our second line, which is the water bob. I have water purification tablets, life straws, and Sawyer water filters. We have that pool, which is 6,000 gallons. as well as a Berkey water filter that I will be making here in a video shortly. I picked up a couple filters, and we're just going to make a much cheaper one, so that way we can run all the water through that as well. So there's many options, but water is one of the first things you need to think about. Alright, so I am going to set the camera down for a second and take this safety seal off. Alright, so I got all that off. The instructions, you can do so many drops of water if you're filling like 5-gallon things or some smaller things. This whole bottle does 55 gallons though, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put that whole bottle into it. And this will keep it good for up to 5 years, it says, as long as you keep it sealed. If you do break that seal and use it, then you need to put some more in there. Alright, I'll finish that off in a second. But there is water for today. So stay strong, stay smart, stay prepared. Just stay a couple steps ahead of the game. If I never have to use this, awesome. It goes on the garden or for animals or things like that. Or somewhere else to try it out, but if I need it, I have it. Stay strong, people. God is good. So that's just a few things on water. You can't go long without water, so make sure you have some of that on hand. I am fully aware that to be, more sustainable and whatnot, a stream, a creek, a pond, a well, all these things would be great to have. I don't right now, so what I gotta do is make best with what I do have and make sure that I'm doing that to its fullest potential, as well as learning as much as I can, so that way when I do end up on some land with a creek or a well or a pond, I'm just that much more set there. So stay strong.